What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Girls Finally 2 Exilium. So yeah, let's go and continue the story here, but this time properly. So yeah, apparently all the cutscenes are within this over here, the neural recollection, and not like all the stages that we would normally do. But yeah, I did all of that in the previous video, very fast. I would say, well, what was it, like maybe 30 minutes worth of doing that? But yeah, it's all actually in here. Anyways, number 2, tiny robot. Let's go and do it. All right, here we go. No running this time. Hearing the sound behind itself, the robot turns around exaggeratedly before it could focus its camera on Yuhi. The gods already had restrained it with the rope she had on her body. Yeah, if you see me looking on the other side of the screen, it's because my monitor is still like acting up. Yeah, it's been acting like a lot worse now recently. Okay. Scary, scary, lawbreaker, lawbreaker. You're the one causing all this ruckus, and you dare yell at us? Ah, right. M1895. Sechkin, thank you. Without your help, I probably would have never caught this little guy. Don't worry about it. Of course you gotta give an old friend a hand. Speaking of which, you're still the exact same as before after all this time. Really? The exact same? The exact same. What? But I tried so hard for so long. The news seemed to hit Yuhi hard. This is our first time meeting after we left Griffin, right? Alright, Sechkin, change your name. Goes by Ksenia now. The gods here hasn't changed much, just like you. Still good old the gods. Okay, that's interesting. So wait, hold on. What did she call her before? So she said like different names. And she says M1, M1895 and Stechkin. Which I believe the Stechkin is the Ksenia. And then the gods is this over here, I'm assuming. Okay. Us elders gotta respect tradition. You whippersnappers wouldn't get it. And going from Nagant, M1985 to Nagant is still a difference. Sure thing, buddy. I'm called Yuhi now. Seemingly still recovering from the shock, Yuhi looks like she's still coming back to her senses. Yuhi's your new name? It sure has a nice ring to it. Yuhi, do you still work around here now? No, I work in a performance troupe. I came here to look for some technical assistance with artificial snow. A performance group in need of artificial snow? Yes, I put together a doll dance group called Sparkle. I do wonder if we're going to see this group because I know they mentioned this before, but like we never really seen like the members, like even during that one Balin broadcasting. The troupe recently took on a major contract, and Sparkle will be responsible for part of the program. To add a bit of atmosphere, we're looking for some help with the artificial snow. As the topic shifts to her field, Yuhi seems to ease up a bit. Whoa, sounds impressive. Unlike us, all we do is grunt work to help with city security. Basically, no holidays. Can't see behind my feature model. Oh, no holidays too. We finally got a few days to rest and recover, but the first thing we encounter is a public incident. Whoa, say, do you think I could get a bonus for overtime? Sure as one heck of a holiday you're having. Aren't you here for the competition? Competition? What competition? Is there an event or something going on around here? A holiday event of sorts, with a sizable prize pool to boot. I hear there are rare flowers for grabs this time, the type that don't wither even if left alone for ages. It's been a talk of the town. How come you haven't heard about this, Yuhi? Well, I suppose I've been rather busy with putting together a dance routine and didn't have much time for much else. Are you guys here to win the cash prize and take home beautiful flowers for a special day? You got half of it right. Ksenia is planning to sell the flowers off instead. Old and gray as I am, I have little interest in money. I'm only here to help out at the request of my juniors. Is she really that old? So yeah, I do assume she's from the first game, but yeah, it doesn't look that old to me. Well, I suppose all the funds from the flower sale shall go to me then. I might not be interested in money, but she's never bad to have a bit of money on your hands for the holidays. Wowzers, my good senior, that expression of yours is adorable. I wish I had a camera on hand to capture this. Gah, how many times have I told you not to tease your seniors? Anyways, we're already helping out, so we might as well see it through. Let's help Yuhi tie up these loose ends. Yuhi, what do you plan to do with this little guy? I have no idea who owns it, so I suppose we'll have to go to security management department. Snowing. Looks like his operation logic's well and truly gone out of the window. Do you want to see snow too, like me? Yuhi bows down, lightly tapping at the little robot's head. It struggles defiantly, still bound in place. Is it upset? Why does it feel like this little guy's AI is actually pretty advanced? Let's hope that the management department can get a read on its owner then. A moment, please. A middle-aged man runs towards the trio, waving his hand. Whoa. Dang. You know, I don't think I've ever seen, like, you know, an older guy, but also, like, one that, you know, is more, I guess, like a dad bod in a way. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a character like that. Like, he looks more on the realistic side, in a way. Ah, thank goodness. I finally found. Ugh. The man steps in the foam emitted by the robot, slipping underfoot and leaning backwards, till he crashes into a pile of foam. Ouch, that looked like it hurt. Come help if you have the time to babble. A gun gestures at Ksenia and extends a hand to the man on the ground. Are you alright? I'm fine. The man begins to get to his feet with the gods and Ksenia's help, but he stops as he leans on the ground with one hand and looks at the foam on his hand with glee. This feeling, the low temperature, was successfully maintained? Fantastic. This isn't too far off from the real snow. Snow? Isn't this just foam? Not at all. This is no normal foam. I'm trying to emulate the texture of snow with some special materials, but I must first make sure that its temperature and melting sensation are approximate to actual snow. Its texture is indeed closer to foam in its current stage. Yeah, very convenient for, like, us encountering this guy, and Yuhi's is in need of, like, some artificial snow. But if this simulation is successful, I would only need to add a cementing agent and adjust the formula. It will be complete in no time. The man wipes at his face happily, observing the half-melted foam in his hand while still sitting on the ground. Contemplating on the man's face, Yuhi falters for a moment before furrowing her brow and observing carefully. Are you Professor Bowen? Oh yes, you know me? Ah, so it is you. I saw a picture of you in a magazine, in that interview about artificial snow. I came here to look for you. Oh, a doll with an interest in snow? The god extends her hand again, and Bowen takes it, standing up. Thank you. There's more foam up ahead. Be careful. Oh, don't worry. Waving a hand, Bowen proceeds to the robot's side, undoing its bindings and gently rubbing its head. Allow me to introduce you. This is Lumi, the artificial snow dispersion robot I've been working on. Recently, the program has gone a bit off, and it often runs about like that, creating trouble. Whether it's compensation or apologies you want, I shall bear responsibility. The programming error will be rectified as soon as possible. Lumi. No wonder why it was going on about snowing or whatever. Jeez, I'm so slow. Professor Bowen, you really must agree to a request of mine. Yuhi bows deeply to Bowen. You are? Do you remember the name Yuhi? I sent an email to you a few days ago looking for technical support with regards to artificial snow. Email. I remember now. Sorry, the past few days have been busy. I haven't had the time to reply yet. It's alright. I came here to talk to you about the matter for similar reasons, about what I mentioned in the email. Yeah, I'd like to help you, but you can see Lumi's current state. It's not the time to commit to the market yet. I see. Yuhi's head droops despondently. Well, how about this? I have an idea. Why not, like, have Yuhi maybe help out, live with, like, whatever you need, and then maybe you can debut the artificial snow in her concert for, like, advertisement. That can be a thing. Bowen frees Lumi from being entangled in the ropes once again. Gwah. But do you mind telling me the details of what you need? Perhaps it could be managed without Lumi. I live nearby. Shall we chat there? I must thank you for stopping Lumi before it really caused a massive problem too. Really? I'd love to. Thank you, Professor Bowen. Can I come listen, Professor Bowen? Bonk. The gun gives Ksenia a good knock on the back of her head. Stop going around and making trouble for people. It's no trouble at all. Sorry, but you two are... my friends. They helped me get Lumi under control just then. But Nagant, Ksenia, weren't you two going to that competition? Well, we should help you get Lumi back first. If it starts acting up again on the way, we can help take care of it. You're not forgetting why we're here, are you? If we were delayed by something else in the course of going to the competition, we'd miss out on the cash and flowers. Think of that holiday special edition you wanted. Holiday special edition hat? Wait, were you talking about going together just a second ago? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm just kidding. You're supposed to be serious here after all. You need flowers. I happen to have some flowers at my place, planted in the front yard. If you need some, take whichever ones you like, as thanks for your help. You mean we can have fresh flowers? Not the plastic kind? They're real. Whoa, that'd be perfect. See the guns. Let's help the professor home first. Huh? Well, what's a little competition compared to the citizen safety? You tell me much things pretty often, you know. Okay, let's get moving already. Alright. So yeah, that was the second one, Flower Lover. Most likely at his place now. After less than 30 minutes on foot, the group arrives at Bowen's residence, a two-story house with a yard of average size. And yeah, it does seem like my monitor now has been kind of stabilized. It might happen again. But yeah, I was able to, read better now after it wasn't like messing up. Like I guess a few minutes into the story here. Nagant, Yuhi, you see, there's so many flowers in that yard. You weren't kidding. Of course. Take whichever you want when you leave later. I remember when I was little, real flowers were all over the place, but now that is no more, and we must make do with the artificial ones. Whenever I think of the children that never got to see the plants in their natural forms, I can't help but feel it's such a shame. Yeah, the texture of real petals can't be matched by plastic copies. We'll make good use of them. It's just that they don't stay in bloom for as long. Looks like my resale profits are gonna go down a bit. Bonk. The gun knocks Ksenia's head again. Stop thinking of that stuff all the time. Decorative plants are expensive and difficult to find for sale nowadays, no? Why do you keep so many things, Professor? Or plant so many things, Professor? Well, that's a long story. My wife used to be quite fond of flowers, and she tried to plant them many times with little success, but I managed to get it right. It's thanks to the temperature of the satellite city being so stable, though. It's only because the temperature barely changes season to season that these flowers can be in bloom at this time of the year. Come on, let's not stand around. The group entered the building behind Bowen. Sit wherever you like. I'll go get some snacks and drinks. No need. Before Yuhi could turn down the offer, Bowen proceeds to the kitchen, but not before putting on the record player next to him on the way. A gentle tune fills the room, and Yuhi cannot stop herself from from lightly swaying her body to the rhythm. What a cozy song. Let me see. Dancing Dreams, I think. A rearrangement of a classic piece. What was it called again? Wait, let me have a look. Yeah, that's the name. A rearrangement of the piano piece, uh, Revue d'Amour, and it's quite popular as a holiday song these days. How do you know this stuff? It played in the shop I part-timed at. Yuhi reads about the piece on her terminal as Nagant and Ksenia chatter, taking in the living room's furnishings. Soon after, the rich aroma of butter and cinnamon comes drifting forth from the kitchen. Oh, that's butter cookies and cinnamon biscuits. Impressive, being able to tell from the smell alone. I wonder if maybe that will be a, a trait that Yuhi will use to help out with the artificial snow. I'm not sure like what smell would do for that, but I'm just wondering if I just feel like somehow Yuhi has got to help out with the professor with something. I'm pretty familiar with what different sweets smell like. I also kind of forgot like what happened during the I guess the other story with the commander, because I know they talked a bit about like Lumi and the professor and all that stuff, but yeah, they just never really went into detail. I think so. I kind of forgot if they did like mention like what she really did or not. I got these from Passion. Have you heard of the place? Passion. Yuhi flips through the messages on her phone. That's the place Sharkry was talking about. It's pretty famous here in LUB01. It's positioned on the shopping street, and there's often people queuing up outside. Don't be shy. Eat whatever you like. I bought plenty. Sorry. What? Is it not to your taste? No. I just do work related to dancing. I need to watch my weight. Dolls can get fat. That is an interesting thing too, man. So yeah, like, they're supposed to be robots, but I guess they can get fat? We can't, but the other dancers all control their weight. I want to learn from them and train my mental fortitude this way. Okay, so are the other dancers, like, they're not dolls? Okay. I guess I can understand from that perspective. And yeah, like, if they do eat, I feel like now we're getting to like the I guess like the cars like theories now. Like yeah, if you don't know, like I guess one of the common things I always hear when it comes to like the Disney Pixar cars is like how they operate with like their body and in real life as well. Like how do they, you know, eat and poop and all that stuff? How do they give birth? Like instead of like, you know, of like insurance, do they get like car insurance or life insurance? One of those things. So with dolls, yeah, like what happens when they eat? It doesn't like digest? Does it just come out like the same way, just in a chewed form out of their butt? Yeah, a lot of questions. I'm not sure the functions of a doll. Anyways, let's continue. I see. What a shame. Bowen places the tray full of cookies on the table. Just as he lets go, Lumi runs over with an immense excitement. Cookie, passion, cookie. Here you go. Don't go throwing it about. Bowen caresses Lumi's shell, picking up a biscuit and placing it on Lumi's round head. That little guy has a gastral module? Oh no. I just like to sate Lumi's curiosity. It can't actually eat. Feels like you two get along real well. You don't treat it like a robot at all, the way you touch its head so often. Is that so? Lumi is something my late wife left behind. Its existence is special to me. Ah, the lady who loved flowers, right? I'm sorry. It's fine, no need. Bowen smiles bitterly, taking a sip from his teacup. Before doll technology became common, my wife was dedicated to the field of machine learning and led a research team for the integration of AI with robotics. But even after she passed from illness, the program never managed to break past its technological bottleneck. Because of the lack of progress on a technological level, the funds for the program were eventually cut, and things came to an end. Lumi was the first sample my wife created, but the only prototype, and the only prototype. Do you keep Lumi to continue developing it? My field of research is not the same as my wife's. I've added many functions to Lumi that are my own research, but there's nothing I can do for the AI in it. My work can hardly be called development. To me, its growth is more like a little kid's. I can teach it what I know, bit by bit. Lumi is very important to me. A certain gentleness appears on Professor Bowen's face as he speaks of Lumi and his wife. Yuhi suddenly gets a feeling that she shouldn't interrupt his reminiscence. Regrettably, Ksenia takes no note of the conversational atmosphere over here. Her attention is captured by the flowers used in the indoors furnishing. Lumi's AI is pretty impressive though. It was this good back then? Yeah, the security bots from security management aren't on the same level at all. It's nothing compared to the dolls of today, but back then, Lumi had a high-performance AI for sure. Just think of it as a product of things now obsolete. I see. Right, I nearly forgot why I was here. Professor, about the artificial snow. Could you tell me why you need this artificial snow and what you plan to use it for? Why? Mincing her words a little, Yuhi tucks her hands away behind her back, running her index fingers together. Me and the others in my dance squad have a performance that's very important to us coming up. I wanted to add some falling snow in the middle of the routine to give it a little oomph. Ever since the proliferation of collapse radiation, people haven't had a chance to see new white snow. The fantasy of snow is a key element to our dance's very essence, so I wanted there to be snow at the climax of the routine, even for just a minute. Looks like this is a request I can't say no to. Eh? Yuhi looks at Bowen in surprise. If it's in a small radius for a short time, and I can be there for tech support, I think Lumi should be able to manage it. I can use this chance to get another round of experimental data. I'm sure that data gathered in a practical scenario will be valuable. Perfect. Thank you, Professor. Yuhi jumps with joy, a blush spreading across her cheeks. Not so fast. My agreement alone is not enough. It might sound a bit silly, but I would like to respect Lumi's wishes. As a doll, I'm truly happy to meet someone who respects and loves machines like you do. So long as you don't mind, Lumi. So long as you don't mind. Lumi, come here, please. Lumi? I saw it run upstairs with the cookie on its head. Should I help you fetch it? It's alright, I'll go alone. Bowen walks upstairs, but descends alone 5 minutes later. Sorry, did you really see it go upstairs? I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, I saw it too. Crap, did it run off again? Let's not jump to conclusions, Professor. You take another look inside, and I'll help look around outside. Cassini and I will help as well. The flowers you give us are precious, and we can't just take them for free. Wait, I gotta go too? What? Are you not coming? Well, my seniors already agreed, so I must follow her tracks. Sorry to bother you with this again. Oh, I was just joking earlier. Please don't pay it any mind, Professor. If we make any discoveries, we'll contact you immediately. Wow. Okay. So how many are there? It seems like it's maybe around 10 minutes long for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow. I like the music, man. Maybe I can try to finish this whole thing in this one video. I guess we'll see. After leaving Professor Bowen's home, the group returns to the street side. Sorry, excuse me. There's so many people here. Just why is this place so packed? This is the commercial district after all. The place ahead is where you sign up for the competition too. The sign-up area is decked out with special decorations. Whether you plan to participate or not, you should go take a look. I first ran into Lumi in a populated area too. If it really starts running amok, things could get bad. Lumi asked for a cinnamon biscuit from the professor earlier. Is there a chance it could have made its way to the desert shop? A dessert shop? The shop happens to be on the street too. How about we split up and check both locations? I'll go to the dessert shop. I promised Sharkri that I'd take some photos of the shop for her, so it works out for me. I'll be able to scope out the place in a way. I should go with my good senior here to the dessert place. Dessert place. I keep saying desert. Dessert. Dessert, not desert. There's too many people around the sign-up area. It'll reduce her efficiency in the search. Ksenia taps the top of her own head, hinting Yuhi that Nagan's short stature would make her disappear in the crowd. Okay. Ksenia, you're having a dig at me again, aren't you? No way. I'd be more than willing to walk a few extra steps to the dessert shop for the sake of my senior. I suppose I'll believe you. We'll be off. Yuhi, let's meet back here in 20 minutes. Yeah, see you then. Yuhi temporarily separates from the two, traversing a cramped street and moving forward toward the sign-up area. The sign-ups are situated on a plaza in front of a building akin to a shopping mall. Alongside the sign-up kiosk is a series of stalls that add to the holiday atmosphere, decorated with the flowers and souvenirs in a pleasant manner. Finally here. Felt like I was going to be squished flat. Could Lumi be here? Big brother, there's a little doll dancing on this music box. Do you know what these are called? What names could a toy have? Let's go home. Yuhi looks toward the music box the girl gestured at, a piece of holiday merchandise on display at one of the stalls. Inside a glass shell is a miniature stage with 2 gift boxes. Upon being opened, a stout teddy bear and a cute doll of a girl take the stage, beginning to turn. A doll that dances with a teddy bear. The stage inside is pretty intricate for how small the music box is. Yuhi stares for a moment at the spinning music box, getting lost in it. Dance. Yeah, they're dancing. Eh? Lumi? At the sound of a familiar voice, Yuhi spins on a dime to find Lumi only a few spaces away from her, with a few people between them. Dance, dance, snowing, snowing. Excuse me, sorry, I really need to go, need to get through. Don't run, Lumi. Snow, 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 snow. Try as Yuhi might to get through the crowd of people, Lumi still slips through her fingertips while, parroting? I'm not sure what that is. Just as the little teddy bear inside that music box, but spewing out white foam all the while. Panicked passerby. Whoa, what is all this wet stuff? Whose robot is this? Don't just let her run around. Stop spewing that stuff already. Snowing, big snow. Lumi ejects a massive quantity of foam as the people packed into the space begin to jostle and move. What is that? Don't get it on me. What the heck is that white stuff? Stay away. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's my... Please, excuse me. Thank you. Executing a perfect series of maneuvers, Yuhi manages to pin Lumi to the ground without injuring anyone nearby. Before the security robots could notice and arrest Lumi, Yuhi manages to make her way out of the crowd, still covered in foam. For the sake of keeping her clothes clean, the passerby managed to clear a path. Keep a proper eye on your robots, for the love of... I'm really sorry. Criminal, criminal, snowing, snowing. No snowing. Just hold on for a second, Lumi. Right. I should contact Nagant and Ksenia. Yuhi immediately produces her terminal, calling Nagant. Nagant! Ksenia! I found Lumi. This quickly? We're not even at the dessert shop. I've seen my location. Come quickly. I'm afraid it'll... Snow. Snow. Run. Whoa! What happened? Are you alright, Yuhi? It ran away again. I loosened my grip for just a moment. How's it so good at running? Does it have some marathon runner's data ingrained into its AI? Feels like things are getting more complicated. Well, this is just one part of looking for Lumi. Think of your flowers and stop complaining already. Come, let's go to where Yuhi is. The trio chase Lumi across 3 entire districts, but fail to catch the nimble little robots, only managing to tire themselves out of the process. Dang it, it's too good at running. Where'd it go? Nagant, did you see it go toward Big Sis? Eh? Yuhi immediately did something that I did not even read in time. Immediately pivots at the sound. Before she can react, Lumi spews out a stream of foam. Her vision module's feed is immediately filled with white, obscuring with her vision completely. I can't see. Stupid stubby. Stop running. Ksenia, it's going your direction. Stop it. Man, I'm beat. It's just too fast. Ksenia blocks Lumi's path of escape. The latter quickly adjusts, squirming underneath a nearby stall's table. It runs into the table's leg, shaking and disturbing the wares for sale on it. A gaunt makes it over in time, stabilizing the structure. Boy, you got eyes or not? Watch it! Sorry, boss. Ksenia, go quickly. We can't lose it again. There's enough people over there to make up a wall. Say, you got any gadgets on up your pocket? That can make me fly? Do you have one of those hats with the propeller on them that can make people fly in your collection? That kind of thing doesn't exist. I wouldn't have it on even if I did. Why do I have a feeling that's like a reference to something? Like I don't know. Is it kind of like there's that one cartoon I watched before. I think it was Inspector Gadget, but I don't remember him like using a hat to fly. Or like his other gadgets at all. I don't remember much, but I think he had gadgets, right? I mean, that's his name. I think it was Inspector Gadget. I could be wrong with the name. Hand on her hat, the gun manages to get out of the massive crowd with some effort. Just as she moves to continue the pursuit, she finds herself on the pedestrian crossing in the middle of the road. Nagant, look out! The lights are red. Huh? A car blasts by, almost blowing Nagant's half of her head with the wind in its wake. You got a death wish. Sorry. Nagant apologizes, moving back to the side of the crossing. Yuhi and Ksenia make their way over. This is bad. The little guy's nowhere to be found. Nagant, did you see where Lumi ran? I didn't see. Sorry. The foam trail's gone too. This is bad. The city's so big, it's going to be impossible to pin it down. Well, I'm sure there's another way. Let me think. Hey, isn't that a camera over there? How about we go hack into the city's CCTV and see if it's caught Lumi? What are you thinking? That's illegal. Well, our circumstances are unique. So long as we are careful and don't get caught, it'll be fine. No, it won't. How can a law enforcement officer like you know the laws and still break them? But we're not doing anything bad with the CCTV. So long as we don't get caught, no one will ever know we ever access those systems. If no one knows, then have we really ever been there at all? Yeah, I know that's like one thing that I've heard before. I guess in like shows and movies, like, you know, it ain't cheating if you're not caught. Or, you know, stuff like that. Or like even like what was it, like Mr. Krabs? Like instead of like stealing, you're borrowing. No means no. No more of your delusions. But if we just let Lumi roam the streets, it might cause even more trouble. Isn't just letting it be a dereliction of duty? Well, it's not like I mind. Easier to do nothing. The god furrows her brow. Think of the action movies. In order to defeat evil, the protagonist must step into the shadows, pitch black as they may be, right? I suppose that's how it goes, but... Well, while a certain someone has been fence-sitting, Yuhi is already on the move. Yuhi nods, already working on a hacking program. I filtered a series of suitable injection modes. I'm willing to try anything that can help us find Lumi. If the security system catches us, then I'll just hack the security system too. Why is she so scary all of a sudden? I think she's filled with the desire to fight, my good senior. Well, since we're here already, we might as well help. Supervise her. We can't be using the CCTV for anything other than finding Lumi. Alright, come on, Grandma. Let's get a move on. Oh, inside level 2. I have access to the CCTV systems. Good work. Ksenia, you help look for Lumi. I'll keep an eye on the security. We need to be careful. Even more work? Please do remember to pay me for overtime. As if I can afford to. Keep all the money from reselling the flowers if you really insist. No, I was just kidding. It's more of this goody two-shoes attitude. Unbelievable. What are you supposed to do about this? Everyone, I found something. You found Lumi? No, just some videos of Lumi, from a few days ago, by the looks of it. Can I have a look? Of course. Ksenia begins to individually inspect the files sent over by Yuhi. Look here, that's Lumi's hanging around the sign-up area in the commercial district, right? It's just doing donuts there. It's shown up there several times too. What a strange system error to have. Nothing's out of the question when it's an error, I suppose. It's going to bother those pedestrians again. Look at the foam on those lawns over there too. That ought to be Lumi's work. The professor's probably spent a pretty penny paying off fines for its sake. Old man that really loves his kid, huh? But why does it move in a pattern like this? Yuhi goes through the possibilities with a hand on her chin. Before she can come to any conclusions, Nagant's warning arrives. Security's onto us. Yeah, it's no good without some proper espionage tools. Espionage? That's the first thing you think of? You really? Please, is it really the time to berate me for this? Think of something quickly, or we're gonna be busted. Security program is about to find us. Yuhi, have you found Lumi? 2 more files left to check. I'll be done in just a moment. There. Lumi's last location. An abandoned building in Zone E3. Oh, he went to E3? Well, that doesn't even exist anymore. Man, those were the days, man. E3? Dang. I mean, you know, we got the Summer Game Fest, which is the replacement for it, but I kind of miss those days, you know? Kind of miss those days. Like, just, especially, like, being up there, like, live and stuff. Like, you guys ever remember the announcement of, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake? When that broke the internet? That was probably, like, my favorite, like, trailer of all time, man. That was a crazy time. Alright, let's get out of here, quickly. The moment before the security program raises the alarm, the 3 cut off their connection, making a clean getaway. Okay. Yeah, we got this one next here. I guess we'll try to finish this off in the next video with these 3. Yeah, I feel like we were able to do a lot. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's no child's wish. Fending off annoying security systems and climbing abandoned buildings at this advanced age of mine. My goodness. Did you say it was good to get limber once in a while? Yeah, an appropriate amount, but not to this extent. Yuhi, are you sure Lumi is here? Yeah, its last appearance was entering this place, with no records of it leaving. I think the chances of it that it's still here are good. The building's construction seems to have been cut off right after its roof was erected. Unfurnished windows adorn the mottled concrete walls like black holes, and the structure's reinforcing iron framework is visible to countless places. I see some traces of the foam. This should be the place. Who knows where Lumi is hiding? This building has more than a dozen floors. We'll just have to go floor by floor. These stairs are the only serviceable ones here. If Lumi hasn't left the building, we'll be able to find it. Does the professor know about this? I've sent him the coordinates just a moment ago. He said he'll be here soon. Let's move up a floor. There's nothing here. Wait, over there at the stairs. Is that Lumi? Snowing. Lumi leaps at the entry to the stairway, running upwards after Nagant looks over. Stop right there, criminal scum. Scum. Oh man. I just want to say that with the whole Oblivion remastered being a thing. Nagant gives chase. Lumi runs away, spitting foam upon the stairs as it moves. Dang, Stubby. I'm gonna catch you. Look out. Underneath you. Huh? Underneath? Eh? Why am I off the ground? Whoa! Did she do the cartoon thing? Where like, you know, they didn't notice that they're just like running on air, and then she notices for like a second, and then they fall. Slipping on the bubbles, Nagant tumbles down the stairway. Yuhi immediately approaches, helping Nagant up. Thanks. Are you alright, Nagant? I'm not as young like you lot are, but it's just a flight of stairs. I don't break that easily. Nagant touches her own head, lightly giving her hat a pat after making sure it's still on her head, and exhaling a sigh of relief. Jeez, be careful. I really must be old. Can't even avoid a trap set by a little kid. If we go by when the systems were created, then we might actually be older than you. I mean mental age, mental age. I can't help but worry a little. Nagant, are you really okay? My frame's fine. Look, all my limbs are perfectly good. Nagant stands up, flexing her body and hopping on the spot. So long as she still has her hat, she'll be alright. Come on, let's go catch that nasty little kid that doesn't respect their elders. So I do see like two traits of Nagant here. It's like the hat, but also her age. It's interesting. The trio carefully moves upstairs, following Lumi to the abandoned building's roof. Snowing, snowing. Lumi walks in circles across the empty space, quickly running toward the edge of the sight of Yuhi. Lumi, no more of this nonsense. The professor's been worried, looking for you all over. Come back home with us. Snowing, snowing. Lumi ignores Yuhi, edging ever closer to the edge as it spins. Without any safety railings in place at the top level of this abandoned building, Lumi is only a few steps away from falling off the edge. Come back! It's dangerous! We're on the 12th floor! Wow, they're really high. What to do? Okay, we need to draft up a rescue plan and ensure Lumi's safety. A rescue plan? I don't think we need to railroad ourselves like that. It's easy enough to get it over to come over here. What's that head of yours come up with? Well, Lumi's a little kid at the end of the day. All we need is something that's interested in to lure it over. Then what is Lumi interested in? Candy? Toys? I think that's about it for what kids are attracted by. Those things are a bit too mundane, aren't they? Lumi isn't a real little kid after all. For robots, new batteries, machine maintenance, memberships? Those are just your favorites. What do you think Lumi likes then? Nagant thinks for a moment, seemingly coming to a conclusion. She confidently takes the frontmost position, putting her hands on her hips. Come back, Lumi. If you listen like a good kid, I'll go buy a nice hat for you. I like the sparkle in her eyes. Lumi cares not for Nagant's pleas. The air almost freezes solid, and the silence dominates for a moment. Lumi's not you. Why would it be interested in hats? Then I'll go with this. Nagant makes a weird face at Lumi. Nagant only manages to scare Lumi, who moves yet closer to the edge. That's no good. Let me handle this. Ksenia rummages through her pockets, pulling out a piece of... You had a piece of candy? Even you were the one suggesting it, right? What the heck? Why? How come you couldn't think about that? Yeah, see, Candy, she's the one that suggested that. What the heck? And she had one. Why did she not like think of that like right away? Pulling out a piece of candy in the shape of a diamond on the ring, she waves it around in front of Lumi. Piece of candy in the shape of a diamond on a ring. What are those called again? Was it? It's like one of those, that's a thing, right? Was it called ring pops? Ring pops. Oh yeah, it's a ring pop. She pulled out a ring pop. I haven't heard about that in a long time. I never even had one at all, but I remember that being a thing. I feel old. Shiny, shiny. Lumi takes a few steps away from the edge, interested. There we go. See? Of course kids like shiny things. That's certainly one way to put it. Kids aren't dragons sleeping on piles of gold. Close enough. No, it stopped again. Ksenia shakes the ring again, but Lumi is unswayed, returning to the roof's edge. Huh? It doesn't work anymore. Of course you have no experience dealing with children, young as you are. Watch me. Yeah, huh? Nagan begins a series of strange movements, crossing her arms in front of her chest. The hero of justice, Super Galaxy Man. Lumi stares at Nagant, tilting its head. Hey, what are you doing? I'm doing Galaxy Man's routine. Don't kids like those kind of shows? You're the only one here who is a fan of that old pre-war stuff here. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of stuff, man. Especially Nagant. She's been failing a lot, trying to get Lumi over here. See, Lumi isn't interested at all. It's okay. I've got one more trick up my sleeve. Here, the Earth Defense Squad's badge. Nagant produces a pin in the shape of a star, raising it up to her head. Yeah, I kind of paused for a bit, because she said Earth Defense. I thought about that one game, another reference, that one game, Earth Defense Force. I was wondering if she was trying to make a reference to that, but I don't think so. The paint's falling off that thing. Where the heck did you get that? The thrift store. Is that so? Never mind where I got it from. No little kid can resist superhero merch. Come on, Lumi, get over here. This awesome badge is waiting for you. Start. You know, now that I think about it with Nagant, I think she's pretty cool. Like, just knowing all the, I guess, the old Earth stuff. Like the pre-war that she said. Now Lumi moves a few steps toward the three, but it quickly loses interest, returning to its previous position. Another failure. I feel like Yuhi's gonna be the one to somehow attract it. It can't be. What kind of kid doesn't like superhero stuff? There's no rules saying that it has to be the case, right? We'll need to use more direct methods then. Let's just grab Lumi. The gaunt lowers into a running stance. Just before she sets off, Yuhi's terminal begins to ring. Music, present. Lumi approaches again, far more interested than before. Here we go, this is where Yuhi shines. Once that ringtone is over, she's gonna start like dancing and singing maybe to attract Lumi over. Hold on, Lumi's coming over again. Oh, is it because of Yuhi's ringtone? That's the track the professor was playing on the vinyl player back at his house, right? Yeah, that's mine. I thought it was a nice tune, so I set it as my ringtone. Ah, a call from Sharkry. Don't just answer yet. Look at Lumi. Uh, Lumi stops its steps as it hears the music. It quiets down, gradually beginning to spin on the spot. What's it doing? I can't be sure, but I feel like it's almost dancing. It can't be, right? I don't have any neural records of a type of dance that's just spinning around. But look, it's spinning exactly to the beat. If that's the case, I'm sorry, Sharkry. To keep the music playing, Yuhi declines the call, picking up where the ringtone left off on her terminal. The gentle tune draws Lumi even further, like a child in a lovely dream. Yuhi slowly moves backwards with the terminal in hand. Lumi follows it as it spins, leaving the roof's edge. Now, as Lumi is distracted by the music, Nagant and Ksenia flank it on both sides, producing a rope from her bag. Nagant quickly hogties Lumi. Phew, thank goodness. I brought the rope just in case. This only work for a little bit, right? A kid's tantrum after waking up amplifies their normal temper, you know. Just tying it up won't do. We need to make sure that Lumi won't go out of control again. Then the only thing we can do is get the control permission to Lumi right now. My goodness, am I really on holiday here? 10 times the normal overtime rate would not cover the effort I've put in today. Yuhi and Ksenia rush to Nagant's side. Despite her very vocal complaints, Ksenia quickly joins the others in level 2, accessing Lumi's systems. Shattered pieces of data drift through level 2. Yuhi extends a hand to touch one such piece, but to no avail. The data fragmented passes through Yuhi, meandering into the distance. I think we'll continue this later on, but yeah, at least we caught Lumi now. And now we'll see about like trying to, I guess, get Lumi to calm down and all that stuff, and not make things snow anymore. At least not, um, at least not making it cause any ruckus to other people. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good